Welcome, Pisces. I'm Karen. This is Veronica Streams Coaching and Tarot. This reading is for Pisces, Sun and Rising. This is a general reading, no specific life area topic. It is for June 2025, and I'm going to use the Runic Tarot today for the reading. Keep in mind, it is a collective reading, so take what resonates. Also, you can always check out your other placements and get more information. Let's get started. I'm going to give it a couple more shuffles. Hope everyone's doing fantastic today. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, for our Pisces current situation. Ooh, 8 of Swords, past influence, 10 of Swords, present influence, Page of Swords. Ooh, all kinds of swords, guys. Negative, 2 of Swords, positive. Ooh, the Devil. The Devil made me do it. What we don't see. 4 of Pentacles, what to look for. Death. Interesting having the Devil and the Death. Interesting. Unexpected. Hierophant. Challenge. Ace of Swords. Future influence is 5 of Cups. Outcome. 4 of Cups. And where does this lead? Hangman. Magician. Page of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. There's something, okay, so you have 8 of Swords in your current situation. Was kind of feeling stuck. I'll pull up the card. Well, I'll show you the Eight of Swords. The thing I look at with this card is, are these really swords? Are someone really behind these swords, or are you just imagining them there? So we talk about that. I talk about that when I see the 8 of Swords. Is it something you're imagining, or are you really stuck? You're at least feeling stuck, no doubt, but it's like you can't escape it. The Page of Cups is usually a message, a gift, a promise, and it's usually about relationships or a love to some degree or another. Whether it's a gift from the heart. It doesn't have to be a romantic thing, but it is a gift from the heart. And I feel like though there's something. So I feel like though with the 10 of Swords, okay, we've got the 10 of Swords in the past influence. So something became done over. Maybe it was the situation, and there's something that just was done. And when I say this situation, I was pointing to the Page of Cups. The 8 of Swords is, now that it's done, what do I do? It's like, okay, now what? I feel like that's what the energy is with you. This month is just feeling like going into June, you're just feeling, I don't know, what now? What do I do now? The Page of Swords, though, however, I feel like is a really good present influence, because even though you're feeling stuck, the Page of Swords at least is working through things. You also might receive some kind of aha moment or an epiphany of what you do need to do. But the Page of Swords is also about working hard. So even though you're feeling stuck, you're not acting stuck. So that's a good thing, because it probably means you're really not. You're just feeling that way right now. So the Page of Swords is you taking that kind of energy to really work through a situation, work hard on it too. Like the Page of Swords works really hard and is very, that's another reason why you could feel stuck, because it's very pinpointed. Once they have a plan, like they're headed for that plan and only that plan. That's what the 4 of Cups is too down here. I feel like that's kind of the same energy. The negative thing is you're not making a decision. This is why you're feeling stuck. This 2 of Swords reminds you that you need to decide yes or no, this or that, whatever this situation is to you. There's a decision to be made. And until you make that decision, you're going to stay feeling stuck. And this is not necessarily a bad thing, the decision. It's negative only because it's keeping you, you're not doing it. You're not making the choice. You're not making that decision. And so that's the only thing negative about it. Now, I will say the devil is in your positive, and I'm always a little bit um, aback by this. But what I do feel like in this deck specifically, it talk in the booklet, what comes along with this deck, it talks about facing your fears with the devil. It's not just about addiction. It's not just about attachments. It's also about facing your fears. So, and it sometimes takes that devil energy for us to face our fears. It doesn't mean we are devil or evil or anything like that. What it means is that we have to kind of go inside and allow ourselves to come out. Sometimes this is called the shadow side card as well. It's just about those things that we don't always present to everybody. It doesn't necessarily mean negative, okay? But I do feel like you have the ability to face those fears, and but you're not. And that's why these two cards are here. Like the Two of Swords, you're not making that choice. It has to probably do with the fear. Like anytime we have to make a decision, especially if it feels big, you know, even if it's not big, but it feels big, it's like, how is it going to affect my life? What's going to happen next if I do this or this? So there's a built up a little bit of anxiety and fear to go along with that. The Four of Pentacles is in what you don't see. And again, I think this is the you know, the cards are asking you, look at everything you've done, look at everything you've accomplished, look at everything you've learned, everything you have. You have a lot. You've done a lot. You can work through this. You know, sometimes we have less faith in ourselves than others do. So it's a reminder that you have it. The Four of Pentacles is about saving up. And then this deck specifically, it talks about, yeah, you may have lost your ship, but you've learned how to rebuild. You've learned how to lead. You've learned how to, you know, not just rebuild, but remake your tools or anything you've lost. You can recover. And that's what I feel like you don't realize that's you actually have within you. The Death card is in what to look for, which makes sense here because we are not seeing all of the things that we have. The Death card is asking you to look for the transformation, the growth that you've done or can do, either or, and, you know, really grab a hold of that. To me, the Death card is leaving the negative and allowing yourself to grow. This holding back, this Two of Swords, this Four of Pentacles that you're not realizing. These things are holding you back from growing. And the cards are asking you, hey, look at what you can do. Look at where you can go. Don't just, you know, you know, you got this. You know, these are good cards. They're, I mean, as far as being able to handle a situation, these are absolutely good cards. The Hierophant is in the unexpected, and I feel like this is like spiritual a little bit. Okay, so I feel like you're gonna feel once you make a decision, you're going to feel like it's the divine thing to do. And I think you'll commit to that. Hierophant's also about committed, but it surprises you because I feel like it kind of comes out of nowhere. Um, the Epiphany, the Page of Swords that I was talking about earlier, can be that. Like, oh, I got it. So, and I think that this is what allows you to move forward, make that decision, keep going. So again, the challenge is the Ace of Swords. So you're in Page of Swords. Ace of Swords is a lot like the Page of Swords. To me, when you look at pages, they're young. They're the first court card. This is the first card to the number sequence. So there is a feeling of young starting. There's a couple things here with the Ace of Swords: clarity, voice, and it can be an aha moment. The challenge is, I think, being clear. I don't think it's about being clear to anybody else. I think it's about being clear to yourself. You know, take a moment and be clear to yourself on what you want to do, where you want to go. Don't just, you know, allow it to happen. I think the more clear you are, the more you'll be able to get out of this feeling of being stuck. That's what the cards say. The Five of Cups is in your future influence. So, yeah, there might be a disappointment. And So this card could be that you do have a disappointment and it's influencing your future, but it also could be that you're afraid of the disappointment and that's what's keeping you stuck again. In the future, you're looking at what you've lost along the way, not what you have. Again, going back to that Ten of Swords, there was an ending, you lost something, and in the future, you're going to be looking at that. It reminds you not to. I mean, but you will. And that's okay because we all have to go through our things. I still don't think it's bad. I think that it's just part of dealing with loss, dealing with an ending. We tend to focus on that. And the Five of Cups is asking you, though, it's saying you're not looking at what you have. That's fine. You may feel that you need to do this. And this is part of healing. We need to identify with what we lost. We need to, at least be able to say goodbye to it, right? Um, the Four of Cups is in your outcome here. Um, he's not seeing what's right here. That's the dream. So there is a part of you that's going to still be staying focused on what you believe you want. And it could be exactly what you want, but you're not feeling fulfilled. So that's the Four of Cups. It's not feeling fulfilled, feeling like you're not getting what you deserve, maybe feeling like there should be more. Um, and and I feel like that's kind of where you're headed, but um, it then leads to the Hangman. So you will take a step back and say, you know what, I just need to look at this differently. I need to start taking a different perspective on this situation, on the day to day. I'm almost feeling like this is more of a day to day situation. And then it does lead to the Magician, which I feel like is again, going back to your epiphany. I do have what it takes. I understand that I have everything I need to move on, move up, move forward. And this, I think, will be really good. Now, this energy will come towards the end of the month, even maybe into July, because this all takes a little bit to work through. I mean, it could be even the middle of June, to be honest with you. But, and I don't want to get into too much timing here, but the biggest issue here is that this outcome leads you to take a different perspective. So the outcome of being kind of, I'm not getting what I want. Well, let's look at this differently now. Going back to that Five of Cups, realizing I'm just looking at what I lost, not what I have. And the Magician is saying you have everything you need. So you can do with that, anything you want. Let's get a piece of advice. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, saying take a look at everything you have around you. So when I look at the Nine of Pentacles, a couple different cards where she's kind of looking out and at all of everything she's accomplished, everything she has. So I think that that's the message. Take a look at everything you have. Take a look at everything that you've accomplished, all of the skills you have, the material things you've saved, the good things you've done, and allow yourself to, give yourself a pat on the back for that. You can't be independent without that. Is there anything our Pisces need to know? Ooh, Three of Cups, Strength, and Ten of Cups. I think like surrounding yourself with friends and being around people that you enjoy. I think that this is saying it gives you strength. Being around people you enjoy will bring you strength. And then the Ten of Cups is like being in a fulfilled relationship. But this can be any kind. So it's asking you to be around people that help you, give you strength. Don't be around the people that are second guessing you. Be around the people that make you feel good about you. And then, and I do feel like it leads to a much more abundant um, way to move forward. This isn't like an ending. This is going to be an abundant relationship. This is an abundant way to move forward, to keep going. So there you have it, Pisces. Please hit that like button. It really does help me out a little bit. And take care. Have a beautiful day.